Checking. Testing. 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 1, 2, 3. We're good, folks. Welcome in, everyone. We got some more baseball on this channel. I am Dr. Delay. Welcome to Play by Play with Dr. Delay. And tonight, of course, it is Game 3 of the Cincinnati Reds and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Thank you, Pittsburgh, for being here, of course. And again, thank you very much. 100th game on the channel. Pretty cool. JJ, how's it going? Look at that. Play-by-play with JJ, play-by-play with Dr. Delay. We got a bunch of play-by-play here. Thank you again, JJ, for stopping by. Again, Game 3 of the series. The Pirates have somehow won the first two, which, of course, the Game 1, the Pirates looked pretty good. But I believe yesterday, yeah, they came from behind late and were able to defeat the Reds. So, again, they are 51-66. Obviously, season's pretty much over. But, hey, they're looking pretty good right now. So we'll appreciate it while we have it. The Reds, of course, they are still in the wild card hunt. Let me update this just because I know there were some games happening earlier. Rising Rhino, how's it going? Yeah, thank you for stopping by. I know you got a game coming up soon. with the Canadian League. Yeah, my NFL game, again, it's going to be a rough season for football, but we're worried about baseball right now. The Pirates, obviously they are still, again, 12.5 back. The Reds, and they were a team I was talking about, only 3.5 games back entering the series. Luckily, the Mets have been falling on their face. So, good thing for, the Reds fans here. I know I gained a few some Reds fans over the last game or so. But yeah, no, they are definitely, they're lucky that the Mets are just kind of struggling as of late. The Mets are 1-9. The Reds obviously on a 3-game losing streak, looking to turn that around tonight. We'll see if it's able to happen. Yeah, smash that like button and subscribe. Again, check out Play by Play with JJ and check out Rising Rhino. Please, guys, you support me, definitely support them. They've been very huge supporters of the channel. I mean, there's a reason the sub count on this channel has doubled ever since I've met these guys. These guys, again, they've been pushing me hard. I really do appreciate them. They've been very helpful. But yes, again, Pirates, Reds. Again, the Pirates obviously coming back yesterday. A little bit of luck. Some may call it, again, a winning 3-2. Obviously, we all saw the 7-0 shutout, the Steelers over the Bengals on Thursday. Pitching for the Pirates tonight will be Braxton Ashcraft. Of course, he will probably go a few innings, not too much. He can go a few innings, but we'll see. He has done this before, but last 7 games, a 4.61 ERA, 1-2 record on the season, WHIP of a 1.54 for the season though, 3-2, 3.24, WHIP of a 1.38. So he's not pitching as he, was earlier, but he's still not a bad arm by any means. Giants fan, thank you for stopping by again. Appreciate the likes. You guys are so awesome. You guys, Rhino Nation, they are awesome. Awesome group. Let's see. Pitching for the Reds tonight is going to be Nick Martinez, 35-year-old righty. He's 9-9 on the season, 4.66 ERA, WHIP of a 1.21. Last 7 games, he has struggled despite the 4-1 record. ERA of a 6.11, a WHIP of a 1.33. So again, just not what you'd be expecting from Martinez. You just love a good game. Hey, me too. Me too, Sharon. Starting lineups here. Let's go over the Pirates first. Spencer Horwitz. He's playing first base. Tommy Pham in left. Brian Reynolds in right. O'Neill Cruz is in center. Andrew McCutchen is DHing. Nick Gonzalez is at second. Joey Bart is behind the plate. Leover Peguero at short. Jared Triolo is batting ninth and at third. We're all adrenaline junkies. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Again, Pure Adrenaline Sports. He has been awesome. He is very supportive. Yeah, Pure Adrenaline, Rising Rhino, and Rising Rhino. Just all of them. So, again, I appreciate you guys. I really do. For the Reds, it's going to be T.J. Friedl, Matt McLain, Ellie De La Cruz, Miguel Andujar, Gavin Lux, Spencer Steer, Noel V. Marte, and, of course, Brian Hayes, the former Pirate. He is batting ninth and is playing third as the Pirates, they are warming up currently, so we're just about a minute or so away from first pitch. Once again, folks, if you like what you see, definitely hit that subscribe button. If you've not already, hit that like button, subscribe button. Plenty of play-by-play on this channel. As I mentioned at the top, if you're able to see it, this is my 100th baseball game of the season. And this will not be the last. We are still doing baseball for hopefully, if it all works out. In the perfect world, I can do this for a living, but, that's going to take a lot. But I'll still be back for the rest of this year and, of course, next year. And we'll see if we can keep this thing going. So, Triello is very good defensively. Actually, again, he's a Gold Glover. Believe it or not, he won the Gold Glove Award last year as a utility player. So, if the Pirates win the next two games, they'll be the first team to sweep the Reds. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is a wow. Denny, let's go Bucks. Yep. Hammer, welcome back for stream number 2 of the day. Yeah, again, I did call some football earlier, which, preseason football, it is what it is. It is what it is. As Ashcraft sets, kicks, and deals, that is outside for ball 1 as we are underway in Pittsburgh. The jerseys do match. What do I mean by that? The Reds in their red jerseys and, of course, gray pants. The Pirates are in their all whites. Here's the 1-0. That is outside for ball 2. 2-0 count here to, I forgot to, I do the stats. Yeah, I forgot. My bad, guys. That is on me. Here is the 2-0. That's going to be just inside. Ball 3. Friedel's batting .275 on the year, OPS of .772, 10 homers, and 37 RBIs as Ashcraft delivers. That is outside for ball 4. So Friedel walks, and that will bring up Matt McLain, the second baseman. He is batting .226, OPS of .649, 11 homers, and 38 RBIs. What is it? What do you mean? What is it, Rhino? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I'm lost. Christopher obviously pulling for the Reds. Here is the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. His first strike of the game. Again, McLain batting .226 on the year. Not really much of a hitter. But again, for the Pirates, hey, that guy's a top 3 hitter. As Ashcraft sets on the 0-1. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hit foul. So 4-0 to Friedel. Now 0-2 to McLain. Ashcraft looking over at first. He sets. Still set. And delivers. Breaking ball way upstairs for ball 1. Count is 1-2. Again, the Reds, they need to take advantage of these Mets that have struggled. The Mets, again, they've lost 5 in a row, 1-9, but yet the Reds have not been able to beat the Pirates. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Down goes Matt McLain. And that will bring up Ellie De La Cruz. Ellie De La Cruz is batting .278. OPS of .826, 19 homers on the season, and 73 RBIs. As Ashcraft looks over at first, sets, kicks, and deals. That is way outside for ball 1. 98, missing just outside. And we did talk about it the other day. Again, Ellie De La Cruz kind of proving that, hey, he is definitely a rising star in the majors as Ashcraft delivers the 1-0. That is just missing low for ball 2, 92. A little bit of I guess it's technically an off-speed pitch. I mean, his fastball is in the upper 90s. That one was at 92. So 2-0 count here to Ellie De La Cruz. Ashcraft kicks and deals. That one just missing outside, ball 3. In fact, I think that was a more of a favorable call for the Reds, so that did catch the zone. 3-0 count. Sharon pulling for the Pirates because, yes, the Mets are indeed above the Reds. But again, the Mets have been struggling. Here's the 3-0. That is in there for a called strike. Again, he walked Friedel on 4 straight pitches and then showed a little, hey, he was able to attack McLean. Then all of a sudden, not able to find the strike zone until that last pitch. 3-1 count. Ashcraft fires. Chopper foul. As the count is 3-2. Yeah, the Mets have their hands full with the Brewers. Brewers have been very good, and you can make the argument they've been the hottest team in all of baseball for the past month. 3-2 count. Here is the pitch. Breaking ball in there. Called strike 3. Throw to second. Friedel is safe. So De La Cruz strikes out looking. But Friedel does take second, so the Reds already with a runner in scoring position. Nice jump. Very nice jump. That'll bring up the former Pirate Miguel Andujar. He's batting .300 on the year. OPS of .771, 6 homers, and 27 RBIs on the season. As Ashcraft looks back at second and delivers. That is in there above the knees for a called strike. 93 on the gun. I'd like to know what that pitch is. Doesn't really move too much, but it's not a fastball. 0-1 count. Ashcraft rocks, sets, kicks, and deals. Swing and a miss. A strike 2. 92 had him fooled there. Miguel was swinging for the fences. Counts is 0-2. Ashcraft rocks, sets, kicks, and fires. That's going to be hit to left. Pham with the sliding catch is able to make the play for out number 3. Pham gets a standing ovation as we head to the bottom of the first inning. The Reds do nothing. They did get a walk, but nothing doing. It's 0-0 here in Pittsburgh. All right, here is my sales pitch. Again, if you like what you see, definitely like and subscribe for more play-by-play content with Dr. Delay. Play-by-play with Dr. Delay. Yeah, my voice is doing that thing again. But, yeah, if you just like baseball, if you're a sports fan, this is a great channel for you. A lot of baseball on the channel. It's my 100th game of the season. It's been a lot of Pirates, obviously. I do bounce around every now and then. But honestly, hey, you know what? The Pirates fans they're actually, we're able to get some pretty decent. I was looking at official Jaguar later who's doing the Steelers game. Would love to do the Steelers game, but that's just not happening. But yeah, no, been doing a lot of Pirates. Of course, as we get a little bit closer, we'll be doing a lot more of teams that are in the playoff race. But for now, we're going to enjoy the Pirates while we're here. And, again, if you're a Pirates fan, definitely sub. A lot of Pittsburgh sports on this channel. But, of course, again, I do bounce around. And, we'll be doing this game tomorrow as well. So if you're a Reds fan, definitely subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow. And the Pirates, again, they do play the Reds later down the road as well. So, again, and if you're also a Bengals fan, we got, we'll be doing Steelers-Bengals, of course. So, lots of football, lots of baseball on this channel. Hopefully that appeals to you for you to press that subscribe button. Again, thank you for even clicking on the video. It really does help me out a lot. Make sure to press that like button, and subscribe. We are returning to action again. The pitcher for the Reds is indeed Nick Martinez. Again, 9-9 record, 4.66 ERA. Lately, though, he has struggled. Looking at his last 7 starts, 6.11 ERA. Stepping in is Spencer Horwitz. He's leading off tonight for the Pirates. Let's go, Bucks. Kylie, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. Batting .258, OPS of .710, 5 homers and 32 RBIs. Martinez kicks and deals. That is upstairs for ball 1. 95-mile-per-hour fastball. 1-0 count. Martinez rocks, sets, and delivers. That is going to be just low for ball two. Martinez shaking his head, didn't like the call there. It was close, but it was indeed accurate. Martinez is still rocking. He likes to rock as he kicks and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike on the inside corner. 91 on the gun. 2-1. Martinez rocks, kicks, and fires. That's going to be fouled back, and that one will go out of play. Yeah, the Pirates, if they win, they already win the series. Would be very nice. Go into tomorrow, and they're like, hey, you know what? We already won the series. So, of course, a 4-game sweep would be nice, as that's going to be chopped foul. 2-2. But, of course, again, I think the Reds, I don't know, you're going to probably see a little bit better performance from the Reds tonight. Just a gut feeling. 2-2 count. Martinez rocks, kicks, and delivers. That's going to be hit to right, and that is foul. Count is 2-2. Martinez, again, he is not a guy that I don't think is ever actually said. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be hit foul. He's always moving. Very interesting. I have never seen this before. This is very unique. Martinez, this is what he's doing. I'm mimicking. Probably I'm not even over-exaggerating. Here is the 2-2. That's in the dirt. Ball 3, breaking ball, broke just too early. You're on my way out, but I got you on my way. Hey, appreciate you, man. I thank you very much. I appreciate you, JJ. Again, check out JJ. He is so good at play-by-play. Here's the 3-2. That's going to be hit to left, as that is going to go foul. And JJ he's the best. He really is the best play-by-play guy. I mean, he's good. He's so good. He's pretty much a professional. James Rankins, they better play better. Yeah, the playoffs again. Just around the corner. 3-2. That is outside. Ball 4. So a leadoff walk. The Pirates mimicking the Reds. Again, Friedel walked. Horowitz will follow suit, as that'll bring up the hottest hitter in the major leagues. And again, I'm not even kidding. Tommy Pham batting .270, OPS of .719, 5 homers, and 32 RBIs. And I'm just going to show off what I'm saying. Last 30 games, OPS of .958. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike one. Batting .352. Again, that's just, he's really good. Really good. Let's go Pittsburgh. Yes. 0-1. Martinez is finally set. Kicks and deals. That's going to be chopped foul, so very quickly 0-2 to the veteran Tommy Pham. Clawing our way back to 500. Wouldn't that be something? I mean, I know that's a little crazy, but, if we were actually 500 again this season. 0-2 count. Martinez delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So down goes Tommy Pham, and that will bring up Brian Reynolds. Brian Reynolds is batting .241, OPS of .689, 11 homers, and 56 RBIs. As Martinez sets, looks back at second despite no one being there. Here's the pitch. That is going to be in the dirt. Ball 1. Breaking ball, again, just missing very much in the dirt. Remember the days when there were about 8 of us? Yeah, no, thank you, yeah. No, there's been, when it comes to the Pirates, you guys have definitely shown out. It is awesome. It's really what I wanted. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be low, but that's called a strike. A very favorable call for the Reds. Yeah, I was doing a bunch of Pirates games, and it was like, well, no one's really here. And then that's when I started bouncing around, and okay, well, hey, I had a little more success. But now, last few weeks, it's been Pirates. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Got him with the off-speed pitch. Minnesota on top, 20-10 over the Texans. I'll have to look at how McCarthy was doing. I was interested to see how he would be doing, as Reynolds is going to ask for time. But in a perfect world, yeah, I just call Pirates games. But, again, I've already kind of like, hey, I do call other games, so I do got to keep that promise. But, yeah, it is mostly Pirates, though. Again, I don't want to scare the Pirates fans. Oh, wait, no, I'm going to be here. You will see my face calling Pirates games. 1-2 count. Martinez kicks and fires way inside for ball 2, 91. Almost plunked him. Reynolds had to bend out of the way. 2-2 count. Martinez rocks. Martinez sets. Martinez fires. That's going to be scooped to right. He is running in, makes the catch, throws to first. The throw is wildly off, but a nice stop by Steer to make sure that ball didn't go into the dugout, so that is out number 2. It's kind of a blooper, but Marte was booking it, making a nice catch the throw. Again, he was wildly off with the throw, and that's partly because Horwitz was way off the bag, trying to rush it. That will bring up O'Neal Cruz, batting .209, OPS of 710, 18 homers and 50 RBIs. As Martinez sets and fires. That is low for ball 1. Count is 1-0. Would like to see again, that batting average and OPS rise. It's a little bit low. But for the Pirates, it's really good. Sadly, here's the 1-0. That is outside for ball 2, 90 on the gun. Haven't really seen his first pitch of the game was 95. Everything else has really been 90, so I don't know if it's just showing out for the first pitch or not. 2-0 count. Martinez looks over at first. Martinez sets and fires. That's going to be hit to center, but Friedel is under it and makes the catch for out number 3. All right, same thing with the Pirates, a leadoff walk, but nothing doing. So we head to the top of the second inning. The score is 0-0. Vikings over Texans. Okay, thank you very much. And I'll have to look up how JJ did. Once again, folks, if you like baseball, if you like football, if you like sports in general, definitely subscribe to the channel. Lots of play-by-play here. So if you like play-by-play, if you like knowing what's happening, if you're not able to watch the game or not able to listen, I provide that alternative experience for you, free of charge. So definitely go ahead and subscribe. The subscription is free. You don't have to pay. I don't know why they call it subscribing. It's actually such a misleading thing. And yes, I've had people ask, hey, I don't want to pay. I'm like, hey, it's actually funny. You don't have to pay a thing about that. There's nothing. You don't have to pay a dime. The Yankees, they defeated the Astros today 5-4. The Nationals over the Giants 4-2. The Braves defeated the Marlins 7-1. Currently happening, the Tigers, they are leading the Angels 2-1 in the bottom of the third. Everything else has yet to start. As you just heard from Seth, if you are a football fan, of course, preseason doesn't necessarily matter. The Vikings defeated the Texans 20-10. I kind of just want to see how McCarthy did. McCarthy, 4 for 7, 30 yards. Okay, well. Yeah, I guess we'll find out. I'll have to look at the stuff later. Top of the second, Luck, Steer, and Stevenson will be due up for the Reds. Again, we are still in commercial break. Again, feel free to like and subscribe. You're very welcome, JJ, man. JJ, you are so awesome. You really are the best. You're the best on here. Michael, how's it going? How is it going, man? Yeah, thank you. Hit that like button. Definitely do it. Let's go Pirates indeed. Again, Gavin Lux stepping up to the plate. He's batting .280, OPS of 744, 4 homers on the season and 42 RBIs. As we're waiting to see what is happening, we're just kind of looking at the Pirates dugout. As Ashcraft sets and delivers, breaking ball in there for a called strike. Count is 0-1 to the lefty Lux. Here's the 0-1, breaking ball just missing inside, so ball 1. Ken Lux played pretty much all of his MLB career with the Dodgers. First year not with them. 1-1 count, Ashcraft. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, a strike two. 92. Again, I'd like to know what in the world that pitch is. It's not a fastball. I'm not getting. Saying a slider. Wow, that's a fast slider. Here is the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 93 on the slider that time. Again, that is not a fastball. It has a lot of movement. His fastball gets into the upper 90s. All right, that'll bring up Spencer Steer. He's batting .234, OPS of .683, 13 homers and 50 RBIs. Must be the only one from Ohio. Oh, no, I'm sure there's plenty of Reds fans in here. That's a called strike at the knees. 0-1 count. I'm sure there's plenty of. I know Christopher. Christopher is a Reds fan as well. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 0-2. Again, if there's any Reds fans or people from Ohio, let James know. That way he doesn't feel like he's the odd man out. Again, he's more than welcome. You James, you won't hear me talk any smack because, we're the Pirates. 0-2 count. Ashcraft kicks and deals. Breaking ball outside for ball one. Be safe and avoid anyone's with the Mets tie tonight. What's happening with JJ? Is he going out and doing something, I'm assuming? 1-2 count. Ashcraft delivers the 1-2. Checked his swing. Did not go. The count is 2-2. 2-2. Ashcraft fires. That's going to be chopped foul. Breaking ball got a piece of it. That one was well below the zone, so Steer was just protecting. Hot outside. I guess maybe there's no one else from Ohio here. I was trying to throw a lifeline for you, James. I'm sorry. 2-2 count. Ashcraft delivers. That's going to be hit to left center. And none of them can see it as it was in the sun. So that's going to drop for a base hit. So Steer with the 1-out single for the Reds. That'll bring up Tyler Stevenson. He's batting .241, OPS of .745, 9 homers and 36 RBIs. You can talk all the smack you want. Oh, you got thick. Nah, man, regardless. I'm good. Be nice to be good again, though, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. Of course, when I say again, I mean for that brief 3 years. The Pirates for making the playoffs. 0-1 count, runner on first. 1 out. Ashcraft sets. Kicks and deals. That's going to be a chopper, and that's going to go foul. 97 on the fastball. Tomorrow's JJ's birthday, and he's taking the Phillies game off tonight and going out. Okay, that's cool. That is cool, man. 0-2 count. Ashcraft rocks. Ashcraft sets and fires. That's going to be low for ball one. Doctor's in the house watching you do the Pirates while watching the Steelers on CBS. Yeah, no, I'd love to know how they're doing. Rolling with Randy, if you can, keep me updated. Keep us all updated. I am looking forward to see how they do. I don't know if any of the starters will play, but it'd still be nice to know how they did. Even the backups. 1-2 count. Ashcraft kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So 2 outs now, and that'll bring up Noel V. Marte. So glad I can say that kind of fluid now. It's batting .265, OPS of .767, 7 homers and 28 RBIs. Might make a cup of coffee. If I had a cup of coffee, that would mess me up as far as my sleep schedule. This late, 6 o'clock. But hey, everyone's different. I would love one, though. Here's the pitch. That is going to be low and outside for ball 192. Again, that is such a fast slider. Make some coffee and hit the like button. Oh, yeah, definitely do that. Definitely do that. I would love a cup, honestly. I'm exhausted. 1-2 count. Ashcraft delivers. That's going to be chopped off either the catcher or the umpire. Regardless, it's a foul ball. 1-1. 1-1 count. Runner on first. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Yet nobody has scored. Ashcraft sets. Kicks and fires. That is way in. Marte had to get out of the way. Ball 2. No worries, I'll get y'all updated. Oh, thank you, man. You're the GOAT. Again, thank you for keeping me on, man. That's awesome. Thank you. 2-1. Ashcraft sets. Kicks and fires. That's going to be hit to right, and that is going out of play. 2-2. Without looking up, when's the last time the Pirates and Steelers played on the same day and won both their games? Shoot. I don't know. That's actually a very good question. I mean, they don't play too much. I mean, I'm assuming you're including preseasons if you're talking about today. If you're not, then I don't know. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be hit right to short. Peguero is right there to make the catch for out number 3. All right, the Reds get the first hit of the game here in the top of the second, but nothing doing as we head to the bottom of the second. Your score is 0-0. Stay hydrated. It's hot outside. Yeah, guys, for real, it is hot. It is hot. I mean, I live in Texas, but it is hot down here as well. I mean, you probably already knew that. Currently 93, feels like 102 where I live. Humidity is actually only 48. That is very low for my neck of the woods. We live pretty close to the Gulf. So again, folks, if you like what you see, like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. DeLay. Of course, again, been doing a lot of baseball. This is my 100th game of the for baseball this year. So again, thank you very much for tuning in. It's been fun. It's definitely, again, like Pittsburgh said earlier, again, there was a time where, hey, it was pretty much just me in here at times. But, you know, hard work pays off, I guess. I don't know if it's hard work. It's just, hey, you know, we're just doing it. But, yeah, no, again, if you like sports, if you like baseball, football, this is the channel for you. That's what I'll be doing, of course, for as long as I can. Of course, again, football's just right around the corner. So if you're a Steelers fan, I'll be doing every Steelers game. Of course, again, if you're not a Steelers fan, I'll be having polls. And, of course, Steelers fans can vote on those polls about what other game I'll be doing that Sunday. So, again, Steelers game every week. Whatever game is next is voted on by you guys. So, if that sounds good, definitely like and subscribe for more content on this channel. Again, thank you for even clicking on this live stream. It really does help me out a lot. It really does. All right, McCutchen, Gonzalez, and Bart are due up. Again, they are returning late. That's what Pittsburgh Sportsnet does. Okay, where am I going? As Martinez rocks. Martinez kicks and delivers. That is in there for a called strike. Andrew McCutchen is batting .249, OPS of .717, 11 homers, and 39 RBIs. 0-1. Martinez rocks and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 2. He tried to hold up, but he committed. And he still appealed down to first regardless. That was funny. He definitely went. Yeah, no. Does a whole kind of like a half-hearted swing and still points to first. That's funny. 0-2 count. Here is the pitch. That is in the dirt. A ball 1. Yeah, again, Randy, I'm sorry. I could not answer that question. If anyone else knows, definitely feel free to answer. That's a great question. I like that question. I have no knowledge of that. 1-2 count. Martinez fires way inside, ball 1. Or ball 2, pardon me. 2-2 count. It is a even count. 2-2. Doctor would like you. Yeah, definitely would like you to hit the like button. Here's the 2-2. That is going to be upstairs, ball 3. So 3-2. 20 likes. Wow, again, thank you guys so much. Martinez on the 3-2, kicks and delivers. That is low for ball 4. McCutcheon, as always, bat flips the walk, and he'll head down to first. And that will bring up Nick Gonzalez. He is batting .278 OPS of 735 homers and 19 RBIs on the season. Scott Superman, how's it going? I am doing okay. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle. The second baseman has it. Throws to first. Gonzalez is able to run it out. Almost a double play. But again, Gonzalez is faster than most. But a nice play, though, by the second baseman. I'm trying to see who that was, but I cannot see it. Regardless, that'll bring up Joey Bart. He's batting .239, OPS of 645, 1 homer, and 18 RBIs on the season. 1 out, 1 runner on first. But how are you doing, Scott? Cowboys fan. Hey, that is okay. Here's the pitch. That is going to be upstairs, ball 1. I do have some Cowboys fans that have subscribed, so I'll try to be on my best behavior whenever I am calling a Cowboys game. As Martinez rocks. Martinez sets. Kicks and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Doing good. How are you doing tonight? This is my first time watching. Okay, hey, well, welcome on by. You know, hopefully I do a decent enough job for you. If you're able to like and subscribe, that'd be awesome. 1-1 count. Martinez. Looks like Bart is actually going to ask for time. Yeah, I can't, if you were a, like Texas teams and stuff like that, as far as, Rangers and Astros, it's really hard for me to cover them. I'm a former Pennsylvanian that now lives in Texas, so I can't watch Astros or Rangers, so I can't really call them much. But as far as football, though, that's anybody's game. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be inside, but that's called a strike. Oh, man, that was, again, a favorable call to the Reds, so I'm not saying anything. But I'm saying something. The Reds have gotten a little bit of definitely some advantages on the calls tonight. 1-2 count. Martinez rocks, sets, and delivers. That is way outside and in the dirt, ball 2. Of course, it's early, so I'm sure that'll even out, later down the road. But we'll see. Already did. Thank you, sir. That is awesome. That is awesome. Hopefully I don't make you regret that decision. Try to do a decent job here. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with the off-speed pitch, 79 miles per hour. He struck him out. And that'll bring up Liover Peguero. He's batting .244, OPS of 872, 4 homers and 7 RBIs. Since the All-Star break, Peguero with an OPS of 971. Of course, hasn't really played too much, but still pretty solid regardless. That's going to be in there for a called strike at the knees. 92 on the gun. 0-1 count. Just out of curiosity, Scott, what brings you here to the Pirates and Reds? I'm just, if you're a fan of these teams, that's awesome. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be in the dirt. They're appealing to first. He didn't go. Yeah, no, I don't know why they even appealed. He barely swung. 1-1 count. 1 man on. He's at first, 2 outs. 0-0 is the score. Martinez looks back at second despite no one being there. Here's the pitch. That's going to be fouled back. Strike 2. Count is 1-2. Again, the Reds, I'm sure they were not expecting to drop the first 2 games of the series. So baseball, you don't really hear the term must win, but hey, this might be a must win. Pickoff attempt, and he is safe. Gonzalez is no longer having just a plain white jersey and all that. Now there's some dirt everywhere. Thank you. Again, thank you very much. Martinez looks over at first. Rocks, sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hits, and that's going to go back foul. Aguero stepping back into the box. Again, a 1-2 count. As Martinez looks over at first. Rocks. Looks back at second. Again, no one there. And delivers. Breaking ball low for ball 2. Well, thank you, James. Again, thank you very much. I try. It is even again. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Bottom of the second. 0-0 is the score. Martinez rocks. Martinez sets. And Martinez fires. That is outside ball 3. I tried to build it up, and yet nothing happening. Martinez at 39 pitches. I don't know what his average outing is so far. Yeah, that's kind of a lot. 3-2. Martinez delivers. Chopper to short. Dela Cruz has it. Throws to first for out number 3. All right, nothing doing there. So we head to the top of the third. The score is 0-0. Once again, folks, if you haven't done so already, definitely press that like button and definitely subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. Of course, again, it's a lot of baseball. It's been baseball since opening day. But again, football. If you're also a football fan, hey, if that is like the deal breaker, I got you covered. I'll be doing a lot of football on this channel. So hopefully that sounds good to you, man. And again, you'll be voting on games that I'll be doing. It's not just the Steelers channel, though I am doing every Steelers game. There'll be other games. And you'll have a lot of say on those other games. So hopefully that sounds good to you. So again, appreciate you guys for even clicking on this live stream. It really does help me out a lot. Actually, a Phillies fan, but JJ is not doing because he said he was going, oh, I got you. Okay, yeah. Well, hey, again, JJ's been very supportive of the channel, so I do appreciate him. He is awesome. He's the best. I really do think, of all the play-by-play guys, I'm not just, sucking up to him. No, he's legit. He really is. He's really good. Like he's the best I've seen on YouTube as far as actual play-by-play. Like 100%, like just, yeah. He's good. He's really good. So I do encourage you guys, if you've not checked him out already, definitely check him out. He does every 99% of the Phillies games. Obviously, he's not doing that tonight, but yeah, no, he's really good. Due up for the Reds will be Hayes, Brian Hayes, Friedel, and McLean. Of course, Brian, you guys probably know him. He looks familiar. Former Pirate. In the series, he's 1 for 7. Got a hit on the very first at-bat on Thursday, but hasn't done anything since. As Ashcraft out there for the third inning. Here's the pitch. That is going to be low for ball 1. 96 on the fastball, just below the knees. Count is 1-0 to the former Pirate. Ashcraft delivers. That's right down the middle for a called strike. One and one. Ashcraft rocks and sets and delivers. That's going to be hit to right. Reynolds makes the catch for out number 1. I think he initially made the wrong jump, but was able to make the right read there for out number 1. And that'll bring up T.J. Friedel. He walked in the first inning to lead off the game. In the series, he is 2 for 8. 2 for 8 with a walk. Ashcraft sets and fires. Breaking ball just upstairs, ball 1. Jags do score first. Steelers hold them to a field goal. 3-0 Jacksonville with 8 minutes left in the first quarter. Again, that was brought to you by Randy. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit left and foul. So thank you very much for that update. Appreciate you. 1-1 count. Again, nobody on here in the top third. Not much offense in this one. As Ashcraft delivers the 1-1. Checked his swing, but he went strike 2. Friedel, again, the former, he's not former. He is a Pennsylvanian, born in Pennsylvania. Usually, Pennsylvanian-born players just seem to wreck the Pirates. I don't know why. It's just, that's what they do. 1-2 count. That hurt. Here is the pitch. That's going to be upstairs, ball 2, 98 on the fastball. 2-2. Ashcraft kicks and deals. Breaking ball. Oh, it hits him in the foot, and he is down. Oh, man. Yeah, that did not feel good. He is hobbling to first. Now he's going to try to walk, and now he stops. Oh, he's just taking off his gear. But, yeah, now that hit him right in the foot. So Friedel, he's actually going to be checked on by the staff, and he's still limping. Hit him on the back. Ooh, right on top of the cleat. So a little bit of an injury delay. I'll go ahead and leave it there. Mason Rudolph is going to start at quarterback for the Steelers at the 35. Okay, I got you. All right, looks like he's going to say he's good. All right, so Matt McLean will be up. Matt McLean is 0 for 1. I don't know why I can't grab that. There we go. Ashcraft sets. Looks over at first and delivers. That is outside, ball 1. McLean is batting .226, OPS of .647, 11 homers and 38 RBIs on the season. Ashcraft rocks, sets, and delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Again, Friedel did show that he is going to be a pest on the base paths. Again, he stole earlier. 1-1 count. Ashcraft sets and fires. Ground ball. That's going to get through for a base hit. Peguero trying to make a play. O'Neal Cruz is going to throw to third, and that'll keep Friedel at second. So a single there for the Reds as they threaten a little bit here in the top of the third. All right, that'll bring up Ellie Dela Cruz. He's 0 for 1. He's batting .278, OPS of .824, 19 homers and 73 RBIs. Again, the Reds with the runner in scoring position. Runners on first and second, 1 out here in the top of the third. Ashcraft looks back at second and delivers. Chopper to first. Oh, he's throwing to second. There's one, and no throw as Ellie again. He's so fast. They do get a runner at second. So now it's runners on the corners with 2 outs, and that'll bring up, again, the former Pirate. Was with the Pirates in 2023, Miguel Andujar. So a lot of, a lot as in 2 former Pirates on the Reds. Batting .298, OPS of .767, 6 homers and 27 RBIs. Ashcraft rocks and sets and fires. Chopper to short, tosses to second for the force for route number 3. So the Reds are held as Ashcraft gets out of it. We head to the bottom of the third inning. The score is still 0-0. Mason moved the ball down the field really well. Roman is looking really good. That's good to hear. Steelers down at the 35. Which sounds good. I guess it's only, 30 yards is still pretty good, but that's kind of wild to me that they start touchbacks at the 35. That is wow. Really pushing for that offense, huh? But that's good, though. That is really good to hear. Once again, folks, if you like sports, this is a great channel for you. Plenty of play-by-play on this channel. Of course, again, Pirates and Reds tonight. And, of course, I'll be doing Pirates-Reds final game tomorrow. So right after lunch, church, whatever you're doing, hey, I'll be right here. I'll be right here doing the final game of the series. So hopefully I'll see you then. If you haven't already subscribed, definitely subscribe for more of these two teams. And, of course, I'll be doing plenty more Pirates. And I'm sure, hey, if the Reds, again, I told the Reds fans this on Thursday night, as long as the Reds are able to stay in the NL wildcard picture, as far as, in the hunt, I'll do a Reds game or so, We will not ignore the Reds. So I do appreciate you guys for clicking on this stream. It really helps me out. But again, if you're able to like and subscribe, that is awesome. I do appreciate you guys. I keep hitting myself, whether it's the foot or the hand. I am doing damage to me. Due up for the Pirates will be Triolo, Horwitz, and Pham. So we'll go around the major leagues a little bit after this inning. We are returning to action again, where the Pirates and Reds are tied at 0 apiece. The Pirates looking for their first hit. Reds with 2 hits, but nothing doing. Pirates nothing doing in the hit column as well. Triolo batting 173, OPS 542. Here's the pitch, breaking ball in there for a called strike. 3 homers and 13 RBIs on the season. Try Dunkin' refreshers with green tea. It's good. Interesting. I might give it a shot. Here is the 0-1. That's going to be hit to right. Marte looking back, and that's going to drop at the warning track. That's going to be probably 2 bases for Triolo. That is a double. So a leadoff double for Jared Triolo. Thought it was going to be a catch. Marte made honestly a terrible read on it because he was running a certain way. Then he had to back up. So I guess he just didn't know how far the ball was going. That'll bring up Spencer Horwitz. He's batting .258, OPS of .713, 5 homers, and 32 RBIs. Touchdown Steelers. That's always good to see. Let's go. Here we go. Steelers, here we go. As Martinez rocks, looks back at Triolo, and delivers. Checked his swings. That's upstairs. Ball 1. Caleb Johnson with a nice 5-yard run to get the first down and keep the drive line. Okay, so a little bit of either Denny is wishing for something to happen or we have a little bit of a delay there. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Touchdown. Mason Rudolph to Darnell Washington for a touchdown. Great pass over the middle. That's awesome to hear. 1-1 counts. Martinez looking back. Kicks and deals. That's going to be in the dirt, ball 2. Again, the Pirates here double to lead off the inning. Triolo with that 8th double of the season. Nobody out in the bottom of the 3rd. Pirates are threatening. Martinez delivers the 2-1. That's going to be hit to left, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Triolo is going to stay at 3rd. Didn't really know if that would find a glove or not, so he was kind of just waiting to see what would happen. That will bring up Tommy Pham. He is 0 for 1 on the night, batting .269, OPS of .717, 5 homers and 32 RBIs. Martinez rocks. Martinez sets, kicks, and fires. Pham hits this to center. Friedel running over, making the catch for out number 1, but that should be deep enough to score as Triolo is going to tag up and put a run on the board for the Pirates. It's 1-0 Pittsburgh. So a sacrifice fly, just getting a bat on it, really, and looking pretty good there. Again, Brian Reynolds now going to be coming to the plate. He's batting .241, OPS of .688, 11 homers, 56 RBIs. Score prediction. I couldn't really tell you a score prediction. I don't know. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside ball 1. I can just throw out some numbers, really. Pirates won the first 2 games. It really makes me want to lean Reds here. I know it's going to sound terrible here to everyone, but that's just how my mind thinks. Martinez sets and fires. That's going to be low for a ball. So ball 2. Let's see. I'm going to go Pirates 4, Reds 3. Again, I really want to say Reds winning today. I think that's very realistic, because that's going to be on the outside corner for a called strike. 89 on the gun. 2-1. Extra point is good. The Steelers lead the Jags 7-3. being in Pittsburgh, calling the Jags, if you're injured, oh, yeah. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Yeah, yeah. I'm not from Pittsburgh, but I know, you call them, I know what the shortened version, yeah. 2-2 count here as Reynolds is going to ask for time again. Runner on first. 1 out. Pirates leading 1-0 thanks to Tommy Pham and Triolo. Pham with, of course, the sacrifice fly. Triolo, of course, tagging up. 2-2. Martinez sets and fires. Chopper to first. There's one. And he's not going to be able to get Reynolds out as Ellie had some trouble there. He did get the out at second. All right, that'll bring up O'Neal Cruz. Batting .208, OPS of .708, 18 homers and 50 RBIs. Can't stop the Pirates' offense. Can only hope to contain. Oh yeah, you can only hope to contain the Pirates' offense for sure. Oh my goodness, that's funny. O'Neal Cruz is 0 for 1 on the night. Here's the pitch. That is going to be inside, ball 1. High pH in the pool. Well, I'm assuming you have chlorine in there. 1-0 count. Martinez delivers. Big swing and a miss. He was trying to send that in the river. That helmet fell off and everything. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, 4-3. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, that's a typical baseball score, really. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there, but that's not called a strike, so the Pirates finally seeing a call go their way. 2-1 count. Again, a runner on first, 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Pirates lead 1-0. Martinez looks over at first. Martinez rocks. Martinez sets. Martinez fires. That's going to be in at the knees for a called strike. 2-2 count. Looks like Cruz is going to ask for time. Pirates are indeed striking first night again, 1-0. Here in the bottom of the third. As Martinez sets. Kicks and deals. That's going to be outside. Called strike 3. Cruz is still there looking at the plate. And now he fakes throw. No, he's actually throwing his bat in. Oh, he's actually mad. Wow. He is furious. Again, that was indeed outside. But the Pirates do strike first again with the sacrifice fly by Tommy Pham, bringing in Triolo. It is 1-0 as we head to the top of the fourth inning. Scoring updates around Major League Baseball again as far as final scores are concerned. I'll lower that for you guys. Maybe you can see the bottom score. The Yankees defeat the Astros 5-4. Nationals over the Giants 4-2. And the Braves have defeated the Marlins 7-1. Touchdown. Yes, the Steelers had a touchdown. The Angels are leading the Tigers 4-2 in the bottom of the fourth. Of course, let's see here. The Royals and the Twins 0-0 in the bottom of the second. The Orioles lead the A's 3-2 in the top of the second. The Indians leading the White Sox 1-0 in the top of the second. The Mets leading the Brewers 1-0 in the top of the second. The Rangers lead the Phillies 1-0 in the top of the second. A lot of top of the seconds here. The Cubs leading the Cardinals 2-0. Pardon me, in the bottom of the first. And I guess game 2 of the doubleheader between the Marlins and the Braves is 0-0. That was your scoring update. Again, feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Of course, again, I've been doing this since opening day and, have no plans on stopping anytime soon. Of course, I'll be returning to these two teams tomorrow for the final game of the series, Game 4, Pirates-Reds. It's going to be at 1:35 Eastern Time, I'm pretty sure. So feel free to, 1:35 Eastern Time. Feel free to check me out if you got nothing going on after lunch. after lunch, after church. I don't know why it was spamming a bunch of pitches there, but we are indeed returning to Pittsburgh, where again the Pirates lead 1-0. Pirates score a home run. Hey, it'd be nice to see, but you'll have to wait at least a half an inning. Lux at the plate. Ashcraft out there for the 4th inning. Here is the pitch. Breaking ball. That's going to be swung on and fouled down the left field line. Lux again is 0 for 1, batting .279, OPS of 742, 4 home runs, and 42 RBIs on the season. Here's the pitch. That's going to be fouled back, 98 on the fastball. 0-2. Have like a, was that a gazebo in the middle of the river there? That's interesting. Here's the 0-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Lux can't believe it, but no, that one was well in the strike zone. He struck him out. I don't know what is going on there. All right, that'll bring up Spencer Steer. He is 1 for 1, batting .236, OPS of 686, 13 homers and 50 RBIs. Ashcraft kicks and deals. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. It's the end of the first quarter, and the Steelers are leading 7-3 over the Jaguars. Jacksonville will have the ball at the start of the second period. They are on the 30-yard line of the Steelers. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Thank you, of course, for that scoring update. Again, appreciate it, Randy. That is awesome. 0-2 count. Here to Spencer Steer. I did not try to rhyme that, but it did. It just happens. 0-2 count. Ashcraft doesn't like the sign. Doesn't like that one. He likes that one. 0-2. Ashcraft kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to right, and that one is getting out of play. Once again, an 0-2 count. Ashcraft has looked pretty good tonight. Looks like Marine is on the phone, so that might be his last inning. Here is the 0-2. Ground ball, and that's going to get through for a base hit in between the shortstop and the third baseman. Pham will throw it back in, but a one-out single again for Steer. And so far, he's been perfect. That will bring up Tyler Stevenson, the catcher. He's batting .239, OPS of 742, 9 homers, and 36 RBIs. As looks like that's going to be it for Ashcraft. That is, oh man, that's a shame. All right. Hey, well, he's going to exit. Pretty good performance, all things considered. And he's going to get a standing ovation. It's actually a nice-sized crowd in Pittsburgh tonight. All right, well, we have a pitching change. 1-0 Pittsburgh Reds at the plate with the man on, 1 out. They'll be right back. I will be right here. Reds offense has hit a wall. I mean, yeah, I've honestly been a little bit shocked. I mean, the Reds, pretty solid offense. Not like, of course, the like the Cubs and Brewers. But, you know, they've been able to score. I don't know why in the world it wants to. It just hates me. Again, 523 runs. I mean, that's more runs than the Mets. I mean, that's a pretty good, you know, offense. If you compare it, obviously, to the Cubs and Brewers, you know, obviously a little bit behind. But to the rest of the NL, pretty good. Pretty good. And obviously the Diamondbacks, they scored all those runs, but they traded away a bunch of players, so they're not going to be really much anymore. It's a shame, too. I was kind of hoping that the Diamondbacks would kind of sneak in because they're a team that could just outscore anybody, but also, you know, they could probably lose a 3-game series at the Rockies because they couldn't pitch. So, I don't know. They were they would have been a nice wild card. But yeah, the Reds, I don't know what happened, but they are indeed, they are definitely struggling. Let's hear what other scores are happening. Let me refresh this. Let's see. The Rams up over the Cowboys 14-0. Again, I know that's Not a big deal because it's backups, but yeah, it's still kind of cool to see some NFL scores. All right, a pitching change again whenever we did leave. So Carmen Mlodzinski, they don't really have the information, so I'll try to get that along to you. But currently, though, Tyler Stevenson at the plate. Mlodzinski, 4.11 ERA as he sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hit foul. What's the score? The Pirates are up 1-0 here in the top of the fourth. 0-1 count, and I do understand there are people that just put their phone down or tablet or TV they put it down and they'll be doing other things. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be in there for a called strike. So 0-2. 0-2 count. Ashcraft is going to have to wait for Stevenson as he called for time. But I think that's the way, really. If you want to listen to a game, you got stuff you got to do, like chores or whatnot. Hey, put whatever the device is, put me to the side and do whatever you got to do. 0-2 count. Mlodzinski delivers just low for ball one. 97 on the gun. Ashcraft, actually, he was like smiling. He's like, he couldn't believe it. Man, that's a shame. Yeah, and he really wasn't pitching that bad. I mean, he was pitching well, but I guess they're watching his arm. Shaking his head. It looks pretty upset in the dugout. Here's the pitch. That is outside for ball two. So 2-2 count. Two and two count. Mlodzinski sets. Still set. Kicks and deals. That's going to be poked at and fouled back. So once again, 2-2. Once again, a man on first here in the top of the fourth. One out. Pirates leading 1-0. Mlodzinski sets on the 2-2. Kicks and deals. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did not. That one was in the dirt. Ball three. Steeler defense comes up with another stop of the Jaguars to get a field goal, and that puts the game 7-6 with the Steelers still on top. Get the ball next. 3-2. Mlodzinski sets and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out right down the middle. Here's the fastball. Come and get it. And thank you for that scoring update, Randy. He is my sideline reporter there for the Steelers game. Thank you very much. That will bring up Noel V. Marte, batting .264 OPS of 763, 7 homers, and 28 RBIs. Mlodzinski sets and delivers. That is low for ball one. 98 on the fastball. I'll try to get you Mlodzinski sets. Probably next inning I'll be able to get it to you. 1-0 count. Mlodzinski sets and delivers. That is inside for ball two. Two and 0 count here to Marte. Mlodzinski delivers. Chopper. Oh, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Triolo was outstretched for it. Pham is booking it, and he's having trouble. Rounding third, heading for home is Steer. That is going to tie up the game. Triolo is a big guy, and he used every bit of that. I think he's 6'3". I mean, shoot, he tried, but just couldn't make it in time. Pham wasn't really playing towards the line, which, that's always tough. That's always tough, Geez. Well, hey, 1-1. Reds tying it up. And that'll bring up the former Pirate, Brian Hayes. He's batting .232. OPS of 563. Mlodzinski looking back at second. Kicks and deals. That's in there for a called strike. 3 homers and 39 RBIs for Hayes. That is so unfortunate. Molzinski sets, kicks, and deals. That is way outside for ball one. Yeah, that was a 2-out RBI double, bringing home the runner from first. That is indeed an ouch. That is indeed an ouch. 1-1. Molzinski sets, looks back at second, kicks, and deals. Chopper to second. Gonzalez throws to first for out number 3, but the Reds tie it up here in the top of the fourth. It is now 1-1 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Once again, folks, if you like what you see, definitely like and subscribe for more play-by-play content. Play-by-play with Dr. Delay. That's I got to really learn how to say that. I got to say it over and over again. Maybe it'll stick one day. But, yeah, again, this is what I've been doing. Hopefully that sounds good to you. Again, a lot of baseball, a lot of football on the channel. You'll be voting on a lot of the games that I do, but it will be every Steeler game. But, again, you'll be voting every single week what game I'll be doing other than the Steelers. Same thing with college. I'll be doing multiple college games a day. So hopefully that sounds good to you for you to hit that like and subscribe button. Again, thank you for even clicking on the video. That alone does help me out a lot. That is awesome. See here again, looking over at some of the scores. I don't know if I need to refresh this or not. No, I do not. Buccaneers up on the Titans 3-0. Rams up 14-0. Steelers still up 7-6. As far as Major League Baseball, it's all tied up in Detroit as they're hosting the Angels 4-4 in the top of the fifth. Zeros in Minnesota as they're hosting the Royals in the top of the third. Indians and White Sox are tied 1-1 in the top of the third. The Orioles leading the A's 3-2 as they head to the top of the third. Mets leading 1-0 over the Brewers in the bottom of the second, and the Rangers leading the Phillies 1-0 as they head to the top of the third. Cubs leading the Cardinals 5-0 in the top of the second, and the Braves and Marlins tied at 0 apiece in the bottom of the second in Game 2 of their doubleheader. As far as games that have ended, again, the Yankees defeated the Astros 5-4, Nationals defeated the Giants 4-2, and the Braves defeated the Marlins 7-1 in Game 1. Due up for the Pirates is McCutchen, Gonzalez, and Joey Bart. McCutchen walked earlier in this one. He is batting .249, OPS of .718, 11 homers, 39 RBIs. Martinez rocks. Martinez kicks and deals. That is going to be outside for ball one. James needed it for the Reds. Yeah, the Reds needed that. Needed that for sure. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside for a called strike. 90 on the gun. Martinez at 59 pitches, so a little bit more efficient last inning as Martinez delivers. That's right down the middle for a called strike. 93 on the gun. McCutchen didn't like that. He let that one go. Looks like McCutchen is going to ask for time. McCutchen steps back in. Martinez rocks. Martinez still rocking. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 94 on the fastball. There it is. Been seeing a lot of pitches kind of hover at 90. That will bring up Nick Gonzalez. He's 0 for 1. He's batting .276, OPS of .727, 5 homers and 19 RBIs. As Martinez delivers, that'll be outside for ball one. Count is 1-0. Martinez delivers. That's going to be low, but that's called a strike. Again, another call that was just seemingly going with the Reds. Well, you know what? Tell you what, I retract that. That may have caught a little bit of the zone. 1-1. Here is the pitch. Chopper up the middle. Dela Cruz has it. Throws to first. Gets him by a step. Oh, that was a really good play by Dela Cruz. Gonzalez, again, he is no sloth over there. He was booking it. That will bring up Joey Bart. Bart is batting .238, OPS of .642, 1 homer and 18 RBIs. He's also 0 for 1. Steelers go 3 and out on their drive. That's the Steelers that I know. Here is the pitch. That is outside for ball 1. 1-0 count here to Joey Bart. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. 1-1 is the score in this one. Martinez delivers. Bart, ground ball to short. De La Cruz tosses it to first for out number 3. All right, nothing to do there for the Pirates. We head to the top of the 5th. Your score is 1-1. It is 1-1 is what I was going to say. You probably heard, anyway, whatever. Once again, folks, if you like what you see, definitely press that like button, and hit that subscribe button for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. Again, a lot of baseball on this channel, a lot of football as well. So if you're a fan of either of those two, definitely press those buttons, the like button and the subscribe button. Again, thank you for clicking on this live stream. That really helps me out a lot. Hopefully, though, you're able to subscribe. That would be pretty cool. Again, I'll be doing these two teams tomorrow, right after the lunch hour, 1:35 Eastern, the Reds and Pirates. So I will see you there. If you got nothing else going on in the afternoon, I got you covered. Let's see here. Again, not really much has changed. Again, that was pretty quick inning. So, yeah, the A's have taken the lead 5-3. That's pretty much it. The Angels, they're up 6-4. Other than that, though, not much happening across the NFL and Major League Baseball world. Yeah, I don't really think there's anyone of note that's playing in those games as far as quarterbacks. Rudolph, 9 for 10, 84 yards. I guess I can keep the box score on this game, huh? Caleb Johnson, 3 carries, 12 yards. Roman Wilson, 2 for 24. Scotty Miller, 2 for 21. Darnell, 1 for 19 and a touchdown. Hayward, 1 for 8. Brandon Johnson, 1 for 5. Robert Woods, 1 for 4. I forgot he was on the team. Ben Skoranek, 1 for 3. Though he's more of a run blocker. All right, we're returning to Pittsburgh, where, again, the Reds and the Pirates are tied at 1 apiece. Friedel will be leading off here. He was hit by a pitch in his last appearance. He also walked in the first inning. Batting .275, OPS of .775, 10 homers, and 37 RBIs. I'm assuming, again, Molzinski will be still pitching. Friedel is indeed stepping to the plate. I'll go ahead and be able to click on his Molzinski's stats as he sets, kicks, and deals. That's in there for a called strike. Again, here are his stats, live stats. He's 2-6 on the year, 4.08 ERA, whip of a 1.4. Though out of the pen recently, pretty solid. Last 15 games, 2.88. Last 7, 1.32. Here's the 0-1. That is outside for ball 1. 1-1 count to T.J. Friedel. Molzinski sets on the 1-1. Kicks and deals. Chopper. Peguero has it. Throws to first for out number 1. Had to come over to the second side, to the second baseman side of the bag to get it. Out number 1. All right, that'll bring up Matt McLean. He's 1 for 2. He is batting. He's batting .228 on the year, OPS of .651, 11 homers, and 38 RBIs. The Tigers are killing you. I'm assuming you have a bet. That is tough. I can't remember if you said that already. I do apologize. That is outside for ball 1. 98 on the fastball. 1-0 count. Molzinski sets, kicks, and deals. Breaking ball inside for ball 2. 2-0 count. Olszewski sets and fires. That's going to be popped up. Shallow right. Gonzalez is under it and makes the catch for out number 2. All right, that'll bring up Ellie De La Cruz tonight. He is 0 for 2. Not much happening. Batting .277, OPS of .822, 19 homers, and 73 RBIs on the season. As Olszewski kicks and deals, and that'll be inside for ball 1. Sorry, they're showing some other things happening, so they're kind of showing the game a little bit late here. I won't be able to paint a good picture. 1-0 count. Olszewski delivers. That is outside for ball 2. Just missing the outside corner. 87 on the gun. A lot of stuff that the Pirates have around the ballpark. That's pretty neat. 2-0. Olszewski fires. Taking all the way. That one is in there for a called strike on the outside corner. 99 on the gun. Count is 2-1 to Ellie De La Cruz. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. 0-0 is your score. Or no, 0-0. 0 man on. That's what I meant to say. That's in there for a call strike. It's 1-1. I'm sorry. I'm in La La Land. I'm locking in right now. I apologize. 2-2 count. Nobody on. 2 outs. 2-2 is the. I don't know. Okay, I'm not locking in. All right, Olszewski kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, messing up all the time here. As Olszewski looking pretty good out of the pen, keeping it 1-1. Jeez, all right. My bad, guys. My bad. The game, it's a game right now. All right, if you can tolerate mistakes, definitely like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys for standing by me. So far, the Reds have 4 hits. Let's see here. 4 hits and 1 walk. Pirates with 2 hits and 2 walks. Of course, everybody still tied at 1-1 as, again, we're heading to the bottom of the 5th. So, yeah, not much offense here in this one. I think that might be part of the reason why my brain was doing what it was doing. Yeah, I'm sorry, Pittsburgh. I know. Terrible. I'm the worst. I am the worst. See, that's why I'm always like downplaying. Like, no, I'm not really all that great. I try, but 2 up for the Pirates will be Peguero, Triolo, and Spencer Horwitz. So maybe we'll get some offense here. Again, Triolo is the one that scored earlier. If I recall correctly, he led off the inning with a double, which was misplayed by the right fielder. So maybe that'll happen again. Maybe something similar. Not too sure. Martinez, honestly, again, we talked a lot about how he had been struggling recently. His ERA the last 7 starts was, a 6.11. But I mean, he's looking good tonight. So definitely a bounce-back performance. Of course, it's always good to play the Pirates if you're looking for, a performance to build something on, to get your confidence back. As we are indeed returning to Pittsburgh, 1-1 is the score with Peguero at the plate. Hilarious, yeah. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a called strike. Breaking ball, 78-mile-per-hour breaking ball, batting .238, OPS of .852, 4 homers and 7 RBIs. Martinez rocks. Martinez kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to left. On the run is the left fielder making the catch for out number 1. That was Gavin Lux just booking it. Nice catch. That'll bring up Jared Triolo. He's 1 for 1. 1 for 1 with a with a double. Batting .178, OPS of .556, 3 homers and 13 RBIs. As Martinez kicks and deals. That's going to be popped up. That's in foul territory. I don't know if they'll be able to make. Hayes is over at the dugout to make the catch for out number 2. All right, that'll bring up Spencer Horwitz. He is 1 for 1 with a walk. Batting .261, OPS of .718, 5 homers and 32 RBIs. Skylar Thompson and a quarterback complete his first pass to Hayward for a 9-yard gain. Nice. Very nice. Martinez rocks and fires. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. So 0-1. Again, very quickly, 2 outs. Martinez was at 40 pitches at the end of the second inning. At 70 pitches here as we're heading towards the end of the 5th. As that one is upstairs, ball 1. So Martinez is definitely locked in. 1-1 count. Martinez rocks, kicks, and deals. That's going to be inside for ball 2. Two and 1 count. Martinez rocks, kicks, and delivers. That's in the dirt. Ball 3, breaking ball in the dirt. Once again, we've seen that a lot tonight. 3-1. Martinez rocks, kicks, and delivers. That's going to be hit to left center, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Lux in to throw it in. So a 2-out single for Spencer Horwitz and the Pirates. And that will bring up Tommy Pham. He's 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly. It's batting .269, OPS of .716, 5 homers and 33 RBIs on the season. Yeah, and he's been pretty good the last month or so as Martinez delivers. That's right down the middle for a called strike. 77 on the changeup. The drive stalls and the Steelers have to punt, and the Jags will have the ball on their own 25-yard line. Thank you again, Randy, for the update. 0-1. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a called strike. 0-2 count. Runner on first, bottom of the 5th. 2 outs. 1-1 is the score. I got the score right there. Martinez kicks and deals. That is outside for ball 1. 93 on the gun. One and 2. Martinez rocks. Looks back at second despite no one being there. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to second. Oh, nice play by the second baseman. Throws to first for route number 3. Showed his range there. As we head to the top of the 6th, it's already in the 6th inning. Geez, it is 1-1. It's going by really quickly. Very quickly indeed. Once again, folks, if you like what you see or hear for that, for that matter, if you're not subscribed to the channel, definitely do that. Definitely helps out the channel. And in return, you get play-by-play with Dr. Delay. So again, just a bunch of baseball games, bunch of football. It is mostly Pirates, but of course, again, I'll be bouncing around. Of course, as we get closer to the end of the Major League season, be trying to get some more teams in the playoff hunt. But of course, again, Pirates are indeed the most featured team on the channel. I'd like to know how many Pirates games. I'll have to count at the end of the stream. Definitely done a lot more Pirates games than anyone else. I don't want to stretch there with no Pirates games because I was just done with the Pirates. I was just like, we're losing. I remember that stretch. It was not fun. But yeah, again, it is a lot of Pirates. But again, as you can see there, if you're, just if you're a fan of baseball, I do bounce around. And, of course, football is just right around the corner. So if you're a football fan, we got a lot of football for you on the channel. So I try to, I don't know, I'll have to listen to some old broadcast I did for last year. I don't know. I called a football game earlier today, and I just wasn't doing good. So I need to refine what I was saying. But that's a delay issue. That is a doctor delay issue. Due up for the Reds will be Andujar, Lux, and Steer whenever we do return to Pittsburgh. Again, it's 1-1 as we're heading to the top of the sixth. Andujar is batting .297, OPS of .764, 6 homers, and 27 RBIs. Smozinski is on the mound as he sets, kicks, and fires. That is in there for a called strike. So 0-1 count to Miguel Andujar. Smozinski delivers. Checked his swing. Doesn't matter. That's in there for a called strike. Andujar does not like the call. Jonathan, you do a great job on the play-by-play. I remember I watched one of your first baseball games. Thank you. You must have missed, though, what had happened literally just an inning ago. I do apologize for that. But, again, thank you very much. Here's the 0-2. That's going to be hit to right center, and that's going to drop in the gap, and that is probably going to be 2. Reynolds quickly throws it in, but Andujar with the leadoff double in the top of the 6th, and that is what the Reds needed. And thank you very much, Jonathan. I appreciate that. I really do. I try, but I don't think I'm as good as the compliments say I am, because, again, I mean, you guys were there. Pittsburgh was there. You were there, Pittsburgh. Here is Gavin Lux. See, look, I'm already focused on other things. Gavin Lux, 0 for 2 on the night as Smozinski sets, kicks, and deals. Checked his swing. Did he go? He went. Strike 1. Batting .278, OPS of .740, 4 homers, and 42 RBIs. Smozinski doesn't like the sign. Now he does. Sets, kicks, and fires. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. Lux is going to ask for time. The voice, energy, enthusiasm, attentiveness to the game. Well, I think that was the problem earlier. Again, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I really do. That is awesome, man. I thank you. Thank you very much. Smozinski sets. Looks back at second. Kicks and deals. That is going to be low for ball 1. Count is 1-2 again. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Runner on second. So runner in scoring position for the Reds. It's been a low-scoring game, so this might be huge. I mean, just, pardon me, this might be the game-winning run. Smozinski delivers. Chopper foul. Yeah, it's a fake voice. I mean, you'll probably hear it. My real voice, it does sneak in sometimes. 1-2 again to Lux. Smozinski rocks. Smozinski sets, kicks, and deals. Checked his swing. Did not go. Ball 2. You missed what happened earlier, so there we go. You're a beast. Again, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, I try not to. I don't know. Well, I hope I don't let you guys down. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to short. Peguero's just going to have to throw it to first. Barely gets him. Lux was booking it, but he does move the runner to third. So the Reds, again, just 90 feet away from taking the lead, and that's going to bring up a guy that's been a thorn tonight. He's 2 for 2 on the night. So the Reds fans definitely like the sound of Spencer Steer, batting .238, OPS of .690, 13 homers and 50 RBIs on the season. Kylie cheering for the Pirates. We'll see. Reds looking like they might be adding a run here and taking the lead. Pirates are playing in. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. 98 on the outside corner. Don't be too hard on yourself over preseason football. Too many interviews, highlights. I don't know. I need to listen to one of my older broadcasts, though, like for the local network. Here's the 0-1. Chopper foul. I don't know. I just feel like I was so vanilla. I don't know. I mean, I know it's preseason, though. So, I mean, that's as vanilla as you can get when it comes to the NFL. I don't know. We'll see. Mlodzinski doesn't like the sign. Doesn't like that one. And looks like, the catcher's going to ask for time here. A little bit of a miscommunication, I guess, with what he wants to do. Again, a mound visit here, top of the 6th, 1 out. Reds with a runner on third. They are threatening. I just hate, I don't know. I've been reworking Nightbot, but it still will do messages back to back. I want it to spread out. I don't understand. Anyway, 0-2 count as Bart will retreat back to his catching position. Again, Steer is 2 for 2 on the night. He has been really good. As he's going to step back in. Mlodzinski sets, kicks, and deals. Just upstairs for ball 1. Caleb Johnson starts to drive at the Steelers on the 25-yard line with a nice little 4-yard run with 4 minutes left in the first half. Nice. 1-2. Mlodzinski rocks. Mlodzinski delivers. That's going to be hit to right, and that one is just foul. Maybe a little bit more foul than just, actually. But it was foul, regardless. Preseason, the plays are vanilla, the games are vanilla, the names won't matter a month from now. Time. Yeah, that is. You're right. You're right, Denny. I appreciate it, man. I do. 1-2. Mlodzinski delivers. Checked his swing. That was a foul ball. Went off Bart. So we're showing the replay. Pardon me. Here's the replay. Went off his foot. Ooh. Once again, 1-2 as Steer is stepping back into the box. Reynolds is going to have some late game heroics. I hope so. I would like to see him again get back to. And Steer's going to ask for time. I thought he already did, but I guess not. As looks like it's Ryan Barucki warming up in the Pirates bullpen. So Mlodzinski's night might be. This might be it here. 1-2. Mlodzinski sets, kicks, and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That is a huge out there against Steer. Was perfect prior to that pitch. And that will bring up Tyler Stevenson. Stevenson batting .238, OPS of .739, 9 homers and 36 RBIs. Runner on third. Again, the Reds just 90 feet away from potentially taking the lead. Here's the pitch. That's going to be fouled back. 0-1. Preseason is nearly pointless, hence why the big games, big names don't play. Yeah, I know. But it's just, I don't know. Just when it comes to calling it, I still feel like I have that responsibility. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be a chopper to third. This is going to be a tough play. Triolo throws to first. Gets him by a step for out number 3. Oh, I was a little bit worried. They weren't playing as in anymore, so he was playing a little deep. But Triolo, again, nice speed, nice range, nice arm. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It remains 1-1. I understand what you guys are saying, but I don't know. Again, I call games for the local high school thing that they do. It's a little network that calls some of the high schools around here, so I call it. And I don't know. I feel like I was pretty good at that. So I just need to, I guess, listen to what I was saying, as the running back takes the handoff or stuff like that. When the quarterback is dropping back, what were the things I was saying? I feel like I was just messing up, I was saying things that made no sense, I guess. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was. I don't know. But when it comes to football, again, don't be too hard on yourself. I got it. I got you. But I don't know. When it comes to football, though, I feel like I feel like that should be my thing. Regardless of my little TED Talk here, let's go Buccos. Yeah, there's a big out there. 2-minute warning in the Steelers game, and the score is still 7-6 with the Steelers, of course, still ahead. Again, thank you, Randy, for the updates there in where is that? Is that in Jacksonville or is that in Pittsburgh? That is, I'm assuming, in Jacksonville because Jacksonville's on the right side. Can go over some Steelers stats if you guys want. Let's see. Mason Rudolph, 9 for 10, 84, and a touchdown. Looks like his day is done. Yeah, Skylar Thompson, 1 for 1, 9 yards. Caleb Johnson, he's 7 carries, 20 yards. So that's not too shabby. Trevor Lawrence was 6 for 7 for 43 yards. Nick Mullen, 6 for 12 for 39. Tank Bigsby, 6 for 24. Looks like we're returning to Pittsburgh, actually, so that's going to have to go away for now. Brian Reynolds coming to the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the night. He's batting .240, OPS of .686, 11 homers, and 56 RBIs. Again, it'd be nice to see him get over his OPS over 700 again. And then if he can finish 750, then I think, hey, you know what, that's promising. He's not washed. That's what I'm worried about it a little bit. Like, he might be washed. I hope that's not the case, but it's been a rough year for him. He's been pretty much our star for the last 5-6 years. Here is the pitch. That is upstairs for ball 1. 1-0 count here. Again, Martinez at 79 pitches. So, again, he's done a really good job. He's been struggling lately. Here's the 1-0. Ground ball right to first. He's going to take it himself for out number 1. All right, that'll bring up O'Neal Cruz. I don't know what is going on there. He's 0 for 2 as well. He is batting .208, OPS of .706, 18 homers, and 50 RBIs. Had a lineout and a strikeout. Martinez kicks and fires. That's going to be hit to left. But Lux is there to make the catch for out number 2. It was well hit, but it was pretty much right at Lux. Had to move a few steps there, but not too much. That'll bring up Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen is 0 for 1 with a walk. He is batting .248, OPS of .716, 11 homers, and 39 RBIs. Michael, let's go Pirates. Yeah, let's go, but unfortunately I think we're going to be going to the dugout, as here is the pitch. That's going to be hit to right. Under it, though, is Marte, who makes the catch for out number 3. Looks like we do go to the dugout pretty quickly, I might add, as we head to the top of the 7th. The Pirates and Reds tied at 1-1. Yep, if you like offense, well, tonight's game is not for you. 5 hits for the Reds, 1 run. They have 1 walk. The Pirates, 3 hits, and I think they still have 2 walks. Yeah, just 2 walks. So not many base runners. Not many base runners at all. Let's go over some scores from around Major League Baseball. By the way, folks, again, if you do like what you see, if you're not already subscribed, definitely subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play content here. If you're worried about, well, this guy, I don't know, it's the first time I've seen you. I don't want you just to disappear. Well, this is my 100th game of the year, so I have put in some of the work, you know, and so I don't think I'm going away anywhere. I am coming back tomorrow afternoon and calling these 2 games as well, or these 2 teams as well. So definitely do that if you're a fan of either of these teams. I'll be back again for the final game of the series. Currently happening, the Angels are leading the Tigers 6-4 in the bottom of the 6th inning. The A's lead the Orioles 6-3 in the top of the 5th. The Royals lead the Twins 1-0 in the top of the 5th. The Rangers lead the Phillies 1-0 in the bottom of the 4th. The Indians lead the White Sox 2-1 in the top of the 4th. The Mets and Brewers are tied at 2 apiece in the top of the 4th. The Marlins, they are leading the Braves 2-0 in the top of the 4th. The Cubs are leading the Cardinals 7-0 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Rockies and Diamondbacks are tied at 0 apiece. Final scores for today. The Yankees defeated the Astros 5-4. Nationals defeated the Giants 4-2. And the Braves defeated the Marlins 7-1 in Game 1. Once again, folks, if you are a fan of sports in general, baseball and football, definitely like and subscribe. Again, thank you for even clicking on this video. It really does help a lot. Noelvi Marte will be due up. He is 1 for 2. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Again, they're returning to action pretty late. Batting .268, OPS of 776, 7 homers and 29 RBIs. Mlodzinski delivers. That's going to be hit to left, and that's going to get down for a base hit. That should be 2 as Pham has it, throws it in for a leadoff double for the Reds. Not sure about this Dr. DeLay. I know, that guy stinks. Dr. DeLay, he's the worst. he makes he's so bad. Cabrian Hayes is going to be up. He's batting .232. OPS of 562, 3 homers and 39 RBIs. Again, a runner on second. The Reds are threatening. Already a runner in scoring position as the former Pirate stepping up to the plate. Mlodzinski still in. Looks back at Marte. Rocks, sets, kicks, and fires. That is outside for ball 1. 97 on the gun. We saw last inning that Borucki was warming up in the Pirates bullpen, so I don't know how much longer Mlodzinski will stay in. This might be it. I don't know, because there is a lefty up next. Mlodzinski sets and fires. That is going to be outside ball 2, showing bunt. So 2-0. Skylar Thompson with a touchdown pass to Hurlman for the score. No idea who that guy is. Steelers up 13-6 with 24 seconds left in the first half. Thank you very much, Randy. Appreciate you. Nice. 2-0 count here is, I guess, I don't know if he was stepping out. Big Daddy Matt likes the Reds. Reds again threatening. Mlodzinski sets. Looks back at second. Looks back again. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hit, and that's going to go foul. Huge fan of Hayes and his glove. Yes, he has a great glove. The problem, though, you already know. You can look at the statistics there. OPS of 562. That's just not going to cut it. Mlodzinski sets. Kicks and deals. Chopper to second. Gonzalez throws to first for out number 1. The runner moves up to third. Again, the Reds were here last inning, just 90 feet away. And I don't know if that'll be it for Mlodzinski here. Looks like they might keep him in. TJ Friedl. Nope, he's done. He is out of here. So a new pitcher coming in. I'm assuming it's going to be Borucki. So a pitching change. 1-1 is your score. Reds and Pirates, of course, tied. Reds with a runner on third, 1 out. Friedl about to be at the plate. Were you tempted to do the Steelers game? I actually don't live in Pennsylvania, so I cannot do any Steelers games unless they are on like preseason games. I can't do any Steelers preseason games unless they're on NFL Network. But again, I have the NFL Sunday ticket, so I'll be watching every single Steelers game for sure. The extra point is good. 14-6 Steelers leading the Jaguars. Nice. Very nice. 25 likes. Again, thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys a lot. I really do. You going to sing us Take Me Out to the Ball Game? I will not, Hammer. You'll have to do it yourself. Hate that he is gone. Honestly, I feel the same way. I understand he wasn't like the greatest bat in the world, and that's really what matters, honestly, in today's game. But yeah, it does. I don't like it either, Pittsburgh. I really don't. It really does stink. Seeing him on a different team, it's like, I don't know. I just can't get used to it. Yep, in Texas, forcefully moved at the age of 8. So I've been in Texas for a while now, and I wasn't even from Pittsburgh. I was born in the eastern part of the state. My dad was just a Steelers fan, so I was born and raised. Halftime for the Steelers. Like and subscribe for Dr. Lay. Again, thank you very much, Randy. I really do thank you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. All right, TJ Friedel. I already clicked on him. I don't know why I did that. So, yes, Barucki will be the new pitcher here as he's finishing his warm-up. He is 1-3 on the season. 4.71 ERA, whip of a 1.15. His last 7 appearances, not too bad, getting a little bit better. 0-1, 3.38 ERA, whip of a .94. All right, we'll see what happens here. We're going nowhere anywhere. Yeah, we weren't going anywhere, honestly. It's really, I think, more of the contract. As Barucki sets, kicks, and deals. That is outside for ball 1. Again, Friedel is 0 for 1. Oh, my bad. Just realized you guys can't see the stats, which is why I put that up there. He's 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch, and walked. Barucki sets, kicks, and fires. Showing bunt. That's in there for a called strike. Trying the squeeze. Oh, man. Would have been deadly. Phillies down. Yes, they are down 1-0 to the Rangers. Barucki sets. Infield is in. Kicks and deals. That is just outside for ball 2. Again, the Pirates won the first 2 games of the series. The Reds, they need this more than the Pirates. They are still in wild card contention. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 70-yard field goal. What, did someone attempt that? Really? Wouldn't that be something? Okay, that was crazy. Somehow they got some time on the clock, and the kid just kicked a 70-yard field goal. No way! Oh, my goodness. If only that were in the regular season, then that record is smashed. Here's the 2-2. Checked his swing. Did he go? Appealing to third. He did not go. Oh, man. Again, that was just a bit outside. I'm not even saying that was way outside. No, that was close. And now he did pull back, so count is full. Honestly, if he walks him here, it's not the worst thing. 3-2. Here is the pitch. That's going to be hit to right. Reynolds, diving catch. Very nice play by Reynolds, but the sacrifice fly is indeed the result of that as the Reds lead 2-1. Again, a walk really wouldn't have been the worst thing, but it is what it is. The Reds taking the lead 2-1. Again, a very, very nice play by Brian Reynolds. Leaving the feet and everything, diving. So the Reds lead 2-1 as that'll bring up Matt McClain. He's batting .227, OPS of .649, 11 homers, and 38 RBIs. Again, 1 for 3 on the night. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball just outside for ball 1. A 70-yard field goal. Wow. 1-0 count. Barucki sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hit to right, and that is going to go foul. One and 1 count to McClain. Again, the Reds just now taking the lead. Barucki shaking off the sign. He sets. Kicks and fires. That's going to be hit. Foul. So 1-2. One and two, 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the 7th. Again, the Reds taking the lead. That's Barucki. Delivers the 1-2. Just outside ball 2. 2-2. Now it's gotten really quiet in the stadium. There was a lot of chatter earlier. Not so much anymore. 2-2. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be just foul. Triolo making a nice effort there, but again, that was foul. Trell is a pretty good fielder as well. I don't know. I don't think he's as good as Hayes, but he's like right there though. He's really good. Just also like Hayes really can't hit. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Outside ball 3, 84 miles per hour changeup. Matt, please, man, you need the Reds, please. Matt needs the Reds. He's either a diehard Reds fan or he has some money on the Reds. Here's the 3-2. That's inside ball 4. He walked him. All right, and that's going to bring up Ellie De La Cruz. And Johan Ramirez is warming up in the Pirates bullpen, so obviously not what they thought of, what would happen with Baraki coming in. It's batting .277, OPS of .821, 19 homers, as that's going to be hit right to first. Steps on the bag for out number 3. What a play by Spencer Horwitz. But again, the Reds tack on another run, so they lead 2-1 over the Pirates. Trill and Hayes are like 1 and 1A. Yes. You got money? Yeah, I got money. That's usually what happens. A lot of people. I mean, nothing wrong with it. Hey, I always pull for you to make money, though. I think tonight, you'll see it right there, unless they're playing my team. Always pull for your team, whatever team you're cheering for. I always do, unless they are playing my team. So you can win every other game. But when it comes to the Pirates, when it comes to the Steelers, when it comes to the Pitt Panthers, I'd rather you not win that day. That would be kind of a bummer for me. But you can win all the other ones. That's fine. Just you can't beat my team. But of course, as a Pirates fan, I'm well used to losing. And as a Steelers fan the last 8 years, I'm well used to getting blown out in the wild card round. And as a Panther fan, well, there's really not much to cheer about. So it's kind of a bummer being a Pittsburgh fan. It is what it is. It is what it is. There are your scores from around Major League Baseball. I'll go ahead and do a roundup at the end of this next inning, but you can go ahead and take a look. Again, I do have a ticker down below, so if you're wondering what's happening across other games, I got you covered. I am pretty much ESPN, but better. Due up for the Pirates will be Nick Gonzalez, Joey Bart, and Liover Peguero. All of them are 0 for 2. I don't know if we'll have a pitching change. Martinez appears to be the pitcher. Again, it looked like he wasn't going to last long, but here he is, me and my big mouth, just making me look like a fool again. It's going to be out here for the 7th inning. So Nick Gonzalez, he's 0 for 2 on the night. He'll be leading off the bottom of the 7th. As Martinez delivers. That is way upstairs, ball 1. Gonzalez batting .275, OPS of .723, 5 homers, and 19 RBIs on the season. Martinez rocks. Martinez kicks and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 1-1 count. Martinez rocks. Again, very interesting pitching thing. That's going to be a ground ball right to short. De La Cruz throws to first. Oh, the first baseman Steer couldn't handle it, as Gonzalez is going to stay at first. Oh, man, that was... I don't know. I'd like to see what had happened there. Steer just couldn't seem to get the pick. Again, that was a great play by De La Cruz. I don't know if the throw was just a bit off or not. Oh, yeah, it was kind of a unfortunate throw. So, okay, I just clicked him. All right, well, Gonzalez is going to be on. I don't know if that's going to be an error. No, they're going to say it's a single. That'll bring up Joey Bart, which I would really hope they would pinch hit for, but hey, it is what it is. He's batting .237, OPS of .641, homer, 18 RBIs. Martinez rocks, sets, kicks, and fires. That's going to be low for ball 1. What do you think about the Bengals? I think the Bengals are going to be fine this year. I think I'm doing some power rankings nearly every day. There was a day or two that I missed. As here's the 1-0. That's going to be inside. Ball 2. I'll go ahead and, if you guys are being able to watch, I know there's a lot of people that just listen. So, yeah, I've been doing this pretty much daily. I have Bengals at number 11 for this upcoming year. I think you guys will be fine. 2-0 count. Martinez looks back at second despite no one being there. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to short. There's 1 and 2. A double play. Again, that's, I don't know. Joey Bart has been pretty bad this year. And I don't know how his stats are even that high, but that is a killer for the Pirates. I'll take luck over suck any day. I guess so. Well, we have bad luck. Leover Peguero, he's 0 for 2, batting .233, OPS of .833, 4 homers and 7 RBIs. Martinez kicks and deals. That's going to be low for ball 1. 1-0 count here to Leover Peguero. Getting a lot more playing time now. Here's the pitch. That is low for a ball. So ball 2. 2-0 count. Martinez kicks and deals. That's in there for a called strike. Peguero, of course, getting a lot more playing time now that the trade deadline has passed. 2-1. Martinez delivers. Chopper, and that is going to go foul. Martinez, again, with a great performance tonight. Trying to go 7 full. So he kicks and deals. Ground ball, and that is just foul. Oh, man. Once again, 2-2. 2 outs. Nobody on here in the bottom of the 7th. The Reds leading 2-1. Martinez rocks. Martinez kicks and deals. Chopper to short. De La Cruz throws to first. Gets him by a step for out number 3. Pirates, of course, still down 2-1 as we head to the top of the 8th inning. All right, let's see here if I can do this quickly. Yankees defeated the Astros today 5-4. Washington over the Giants 4-2. I don't know why I said Washington Nationals. Braves over the Marlins 7-1. Currently happening. Angels leading over the Tigers 6-4. Royals leading over the Twins 1-0. Rangers, they're leading the Phillies 1-0. A's all over the Orioles 11-3 in the top of the 5th. The Indians leading the White Sox 2-1. Mets leading the Brewers 4-3. Marlins over the Braves 4-1 in Game 2 of their doubleheader. Cubs leading the Cardinals 7-0. Rockies leading the Diamondbacks 2-1, and that is pretty much it. Again, folks, if you like what you see or hear, definitely like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. And again, I'll be returning to these 2 teams tomorrow, so again, you're not going to be, whether you're a fan of the Reds or not, you're going to get at least one more game. And I think, again, the goal is to try to get some more wild card games later down the road. Like, if your team is still contending, I'll be covering you guys. So that is the goal. I think you guys can still, of course, be in the hunt. I'm sure you'll be there. But that is the goal, to cover a lot, of course, Pirates and, of course, the teams that are still in contention. Unless the Pirates decide to win the rest of their games of the year, then they'll obviously be in the playoffs, but I don't think that'll happen. That would be pretty wild to win the, last 43 games? No, that is wrong. 45 games. Yeah, 45 games. That would be something. All right, we do have a new pitcher. It's going to be Isaac Matson. I don't think I can have his stats yet. Yeah, sorry, they haven't released him yet. I don't know what's going on with MLB.com today. Regardless, it's going to be Miguel Andujar at the plate. The A's are all over tonight. They're all over the Orioles tonight. Andujar is batting .300 on the year, OPS of .774, 6 homers and 27 RBIs. Andujar, again, 1 for 3 on the night. Here's the pitch. That is popped up. Bart is jogging on over and unable to make the catches. That one is just over the net in the first row. Wow. So 0-1 count here to Andujar. If there, I'm sure there are Pirates fans here, but anyone that's willing to speak, just out of curiosity, what do you guys think of Joey Bart? I don't know. I just don't like how he's been playing. He's been pretty lazy. Maybe I'm just too harsh. I don't know. I know there's not many great options, but I'd rather see Davis. Here's the 0-1. That's upstairs for ball 1. At least Davis tries. That's kind of my argument. 1-1 count here to Andujar. Again, I'll try to get you Isaac Matson stats as soon as possible. Here is the pitch. That is low for ball 2. Two and 1 count. Trash. James Rankins says he is trash. I agree. I just not any good. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be hit to right, and that is going to go foul. Lazy. Yeah, he's lazy. I don't know. It looks like he doesn't care. As a lazy person myself, I would know what a lazy person looks like. 2-2 count. Matson delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. I'll try to quickly get the stats here for Isaac Matson. Pretty good on the year. 3-1 record. Whip of a 1.09. Last 7 games, though. A little bit rough stretch. 4.05 ERA. That will bring up Gavin Lux. He's batting .277, OPS of .738, 4 homers, 42 RBIs, as that is in there for a called strike. 0-1. We need Jason Kendall. Yeah, no, that'd be nice. An actual catcher. 0-1 counts. Matson fires. That is outside for ball 1. I don't know. Again, I was just pulling for a pinch hitter earlier, and I just knew. Honestly, I knew the double play was happening. I just knew. A 1-1 count. Here is the pitch. That is going to be low, but that's called a strike. I believe that's the second call that's one in the Pirates' favor tonight. The Reds have gone a good bit, but again, it is what it is. Pirates shouldn't be 51-66, so for me to care, they should be a little bit better than that. 1-2, Matson sets. He's still set. And fires. Checked his swing. It didn't matter. That is in there. Called strike 3. He struck him out. That will bring up Spencer Steer. He's batting 237, OPS of .688. 13 homers and 50 RBIs, 2 for 3 on the night. I definitely did. Yeah, no, I can just tell. Bart is just, I don't know. Here is the pitch. That's going to be popped up, as that one is going to go foul. 0-1 count. Again, Bart last year, really good. But it's like, okay, I showed out. I got another contract. I'm good. That's kind of the attitude that I just get from the guy. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be in there, but not called a strike. So 1-1. The Jaguars hold the Steelers on their first drive of the second half and have the ball at the 45-yard line. Thank you, sir, as always, for the update. Here's the 1-1. Checked his swing, and he actually made a little bit of contact there. So 1-2. If only I could hold this voice for a long time. I just can't. No, it's just not happening. Not that good. 1-2. 2 outs. Nobody on here in the top of the 8th. Again, the Reds leading 2-1. Matson looking to make quick work of these guys as he delivers. That's going to be hit to left Pham is under it and makes the catch for out number 3. All right, we head to the bottom of the 8th. The Reds still leading 2-1. Once again, folks, if you like what you see, if you're a play-by-play person, hey, that's what I do. I definitely do that. I do a lot of baseball and football. Of course, this is my 100th game of the year, so if you're wondering, well, I haven't really seen you before, so if this is your first game, I'm good. Well, great news for you. This is my 100th game, and again, I've been here for a while, and no plans of stopping anytime soon. In fact, I'm returning tomorrow afternoon, early afternoon, Reds-Pirates, final game of the series. Will it be the Pirates going for the sweep or the Reds trying to tie it up to salvage the series? Who knows? Right now it's trending to be the latter. But, of course, hopefully you'll be there. One way to ensure that is if you subscribe. Again, I'll be on at 1:30 Eastern Time, pretty much 5 minutes prior to game time. That's usually when I go on because I got no skills as far as pregame. So there's that. So you'll be here. Awesome. Hey, great to hear that, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, again, if you guys got other things going on, well, hey, enjoy your Sunday. I'm just entertainment you can turn off anytime. But yeah, if you need somebody to be on the call, I am usually here. I try to be here every day. So that is pretty much my pitch to you guys. Again, if you are football fans, I will be here every single Sunday calling 2 games. One of them will be the Pirates, Steelers, and the other one will be voted on by the subscribers of the channel. So right after the Steelers game, I will be calling whatever it is you guys voted for. So I don't know. Hopefully that sounds good to you, and you press that subscribe button. Again, it's free. It won't cost you any money. $0, 0 cents. Won't cost a dime. Listen, man, the Pirates can have the World Series. I don't care. I just want the money today. I understand. No, I totally do. And I usually pull for people. I mean, honestly, again, the Pirates season is over. So, honestly, I hope you win today. Because, again, the Pirates, if they really wanted to win, they would have won earlier. And they would have spent money in the offseason. As Santillan delivers, that's going to be in there for a called strike. Santillan, 2.85 ERA on the year, whip of a 1.08. Recently pretty good as well, 3 ERA for him. As Triolo is at the plate, Triolo is 1 for 2 with a double, as that's going to be low for ball 1. He's batting 177 on the year, OPS of 553, 3 homers and 13 RBIs. 2-0 count. Santillan sets, kicks, and fires. That's going to be hit to right. Marte is already under it and makes the catch for out number 1. All right, we flipped the lineup over. That's going to bring up Spencer Horwitz. He's 2 for 2 with a walk. He's been pretty good today. Batting 264, OPS of 723, 5 homers and 32 RBIs on the season. Looks like the Pirates are warming up 2 pitchers in the bullpen. Santillan delivers. That's going to be hit to left, and that is going foul. New to baseball, the scheme supposedly has no help. For the most part, as far as the lineup goes, yeah, pretty bad. It is pretty bad. 0-1 count. Santillan kicks and deals. That is upstairs for a ball. So the count is even 1-1. No, that is true, though, Matt. I mean, there's nothing incorrect with what you just said. 1-1. Santillan sets and fires. That is in the dirt ball, too. Yeah, now it's a little bit lower, actually. A little bit lower than 177. Pirates offense needs to step it up, and their pay right here. $12.79. Yeah, that's about what they're worth. Here is the 2-1. Horwitz hits this to right. It is just foul, as it had the distance, but just got out in front of it. Oh, man. little kid just ripping it from his dad, man. You know what? You guys probably were here for that when I said, if I want it, I'm keeping it. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be found back. Of course, if my kid were there, obviously, all right, here you go. We're going to share it for a little bit, but I don't know. I'm just saying. I would probably still keep it, even if it were my kid. I'm just saying, if I'm finding a random kid, 100% it's mine. Like, oh, I got the ball. Looks like you're waiting until you get a foul ball, bud, or a home run. 2-2 count. Santillan kicks and deals. That's going to be low for ball 3. If my kid tries to rip that ball in my hand, I'm like, okay. Well, that kid's getting disciplined later. I'm going to do that in public. I'm only half kidding. 3-2 count. Santillan sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hit to center, but it's right at Friedel, who makes the catch for out number 2. All right. Last 4 outs for the Pirates. That's going to bring up Tommy Pham. Had the sacrifice fly earlier. He's 0 for 2 with, of course, again, a sacrifice fly. He is batting .268 OPS of .713, 5 homers and 33 RBIs. Santillan kicks and deals. That's going to be in there on the outside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Santillan sets, kicks, and fires. That is going to be just outside for ball 1. 1-1 count. Santillan sets and fires. That is in the dirt, ball 2. So a 2-1 count here to Tommy Pham. Again, nobody on here in the bottom of the 8th. Very quickly, 2 outs. Reds, of course, up 2-1. Santillan kicks and deals. That's upstairs for ball 3. Pham doing a good job of working the count. Ooh, the Jaguars score. Trent Irwin with the pass from Mullins. Jags go for 2 and don't get it. 15-14 Jaguars. Thank you, sir, for the update. 3-1. Here is the pitch. That is inside. Ball 4, so Pham will walk. A man on for a guy that needs something. Brian Reynolds. I can't remember who, and I do apologize, but somebody said Brian Reynolds would come through late. Here is his chance to prove you right. Reynolds, again, 0 for 3. Batting .240, OPS of .684, 11 homers, 56 RBIs on the season. Santillan sets, kicks, and fires. That's going to be hit foul. 97 on the gun. Reynolds was pretty late there. 0 for 3, got on due to a fielder's choice earlier. Santillan looks over at first. Rocks, sets, and delivers. That's inside for ball 1. One and one. Santillan looks over, sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be taken for a called strike at the knees. 1-2. Again, Reynolds just has had a down year, but we'd like to see something. Reynolds is going to ask for time. Count is 1-2. Reynolds steps back in. Santillan sets. And fires. Chopper right to first. Oh, it's off his glove. Tosses to Santillan, who steps on the bag just in time for out number 3. All right, we head to the top of the 9th with the Reds still leading 2-1. Man. All right, once again, folks, if you like what you see, definitely like and subscribe for more. play-by-play, of course, with Dr. Delay. Been doing this since opening day, 100th game of the year. It's a lot of Pirates, but of course I do bounce around Major League Baseball. But yeah, no, I do appreciate you guys for of course, clicking on this live stream. That really does help me out. But a super thank you if you're able to press that like button and subscribe button. Coffee Beans, how's it going? Thank you, of course, for stopping by. She's been here since day one. Day one, always just lurking around, making sure everything's in line, making sure I'm in line. But yeah, no, again, thank you guys for stopping by today. And again, I'll be back tomorrow, so hopefully that it's like, oh, you know what? I'll go and sub. You'll be back tomorrow for these two teams. That's awesome. Yeah, no, I'll be here. I will be here. Looks like the Pirates will send out Cam Sanders. He will be pitching. It's going to be his third game of his MLB career. ERA of a 0, whip of a 0.67. So let's hope that continues. Of course, Matt over here definitely would love to see more runs. Feels a little bit better. Due up for the Reds, going to be Stevenson, Marte, and Hayes. What time tomorrow? It's going to be the Pirates-Reds is at 1:35 Eastern Time. So I'll be live just 5 minutes prior to that. And once again, folks, if you guys are busy Sunday afternoon, night, spend time with the family, spend time with whatever you guys want to do. It's your day. You guys do what you want. I'm just here to provide coverage for the game. If you're not able to watch it or whatnot, I got you. I got you covered. That is pretty much me. So again, if you just want a announcer, just in case your game isn't on, hey, I might be covering you that day. So definitely subscribe for more play-by-play action. All right, Tyler Stevenson coming to the plate. He's batting .238, OPS of .737, 9 homers, 36 RBIs. Again, he's 0 for 3 on the day. Sanders delivers. That is in there for a called strike on the outside corner. 96 miles per hour. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, indeed. Sanders sets on the 0-1. Kicks and deals. Checked his swing. Did he go? And no, he did not. 1-1. Stevenson looking for his first hit of the day as Sanders sets. Deep breath. Fires. Breaking ball just inside ball 2. Didn't really get to check out the poll. 59% of you guys think the Reds are going to win. 41% think the Pirates. Of course, looking pretty good as Sanders delivers. That's going to be hit to left. Pham doesn't really have to move as that's right at him. It's an atom ball for out number 1. All right, that'll bring up Noelvi Marte. He's 2 for 3. He's batting .273, OPS of .789, 7 homers, 29 RBIs. In fact, both his hits have been doubles today, so he's been really good. As Sanders sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hit in the gap between right and center. Cruz is on it. He's going to throw it into second. Marte is, he is safe. Thought the foot came off the bag. But wow, all 3 hits for Marte tonight are doubles. Man. All right, and that will bring up Cabrian Hayes. Hayes is batting .231, OPS of .560, 3 homers and 39 RBIs. He is 1 for 10. He's 1 for 10 in the series. As Sanders sets and fires. That is outside for ball 1. 1-0 count. Runner on second. 1 out. Reds leading 2-1 with a runner in scoring possession in the top of the 9th. Sanders sets, looks back at second, and fires. That's going to be hit to right, and that one is foul. 1-1 is the count. As Sanders delivers, that's going to be hit to center. Cruz is under it, makes the catch for out number 2. He's throwing to third. Marte is going to think twice, as that was a rope. Oh my goodness. All right, that'll bring up TJ Friedel. He is 0 for 1 with a walk and a sacrifice fly, and he was also hit by a pitch. So a lot of stuff happening for him today. All right, batting .274 in the year, OPS of .772, 10 homers and 38 RBIs. As here's the pitch, that is going to be outside, but that's called a strike. So a very favorable call there. That one, again, way outside. Looks like Emilio Pagan's going to be closing things down in the 9th inning for the Reds, as he is in the bullpen. Here is the 0-1 chopper, and that is going to go back behind home plate, so that's a foul ball. 0-2 count. And Friedel is going to ask for time. Again, the Reds, 3.5 games back from the Mets. They need this one. I don't know how the Mets are doing. We can check that in the actually, after this batter. I don't know if it's going to be out or not, but I'll check. In fact, the ticker you guys can probably see before I do. 0-2 count. Sanders sets. Kicks and deals. That is outside for ball 2. Count is 1-2. Again, runner on second in scoring position. Sanders sets, kicks, and deals. That is outside for ball 2. Friedel has been just, again, he only has one registered at bat today, but again, a walk, a hit by a pitch, sacrifice fly. He has done damage in other ways. Sanders, deep breath. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Sanders does his job, so we head to the bottom of the 9th, where the Reds still lead 2-1. Can the Pirates force extras or win it outright? I guess we'll find out, as they have 3 outs left to do that. But yeah, looks like the Mets, again, they're up 4-3, so the Reds looking like they may have to win this one to keep pace. Could not take advantage of the Mets' struggles. All right, once again, folks, for one final time, if you haven't done so already, definitely like and subscribe for more play-by-play action. Of course, again, I'll be back tomorrow for the final game of the series. Looks like it will be trending to see if the Reds will be able to tie it up and salvage the series at least and, get 2-2. But you never know, I guess, with the Pirates. Again, they did come back late. The Madeline Buccos. Here we go. Out of time. Yeah, no, I got to take advantage. But yeah, no, again, if you're a fan of sports, this is a great channel for you. Definitely press that subscribe button for more play-by-play. Again, if you're a football fan, don't be afraid of all the Steelers stuff, I promise. I am doing every Steelers game, but you guys will be voting on what games I do after the Steelers. Or, if the Steelers play at, the afternoon window, then you'll be voting on the early window. But, yeah, you guys will have a lot of say in the games that I call for NFL and college. So definitely subscribe to the channel if you just love sports in general. If you don't subscribe, then I'll have to take, the fact that you don't like sports. And, yeah, okay, well, then you're just a casual. It's fine. Okay, you don't like sports? Okay, it's fine. But you're probably here because you like sports, so definitely subscribe. Come on, you can do it. I know you can. Due up for the Pirates will be O'Neill, Cruz, McCutchen, and Nick Gonzalez. Of course, pitching, and I don't really know. They don't have the stats, so I'll try to get you the stats for Pagan as soon as possible. But I can tell you O'Neill Cruz's stats. He's 0 for 3. 0 for 3 on the night. He's batting .207, OPS of .705, 18 homers, 50 RBIs. I can tell you Emilio Pagan has a 2.98 ERA. Opponent batting average of 196 or 163. I don't know where I got 196 from. Pardon me. He has 24 saves on the season. So, again, he has been very good. Where the heck did 196 come from? I have no idea. We're just going to go ahead and ignore that. As Pagan sets and delivers. That is way inside for ball one. Algorithmic boost. You know, living in Texas has really slurred the speech. The mouth does not want to move. That is awesome, though. Here is the 1-0. That is right down the middle for a called strike. Thank you, of course, Steve, for stopping by. Yeah, we'll see if the Pirates can do it. Need some water. That's what that means. 1-1 counts. Pagan sets. Kicks and deals. Big swing and a miss. Strike two. His helmet falling off. He was trying to tie it up with that swing. Man. A lot of Reds fans in attendance. Jeez, just realized that. 1-2 count. Pagan sets. Kicks and deals. That is way outside for ball two. Works it even. That OPS is really falling. That's kind of a little scary. It would be really unfortunate if you see that drop below 700. Even that batting average drop below 200. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be fouled back as he's fighting to stay alive. 2-2 count. Pagan. Looking for the sign, sets. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hit, and that one once again is going foul. So he is just trying to stay alive. Cruz was yelling at the end of that swing. I guess he really thought he should have crushed it, and it looks like Cruz is going to ask for time again. The last at bat, he slammed down his helmet and bat. He was furious with that strike call. Again, he's been in a little bit of a slump, but hey, you got to break out of it sometime. It happens. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be poked at and fouled back. Just trying to stay alive again. He was way out in front. Cruz needs to learn to hit the far half of the plate. If it's not the inside 30, acts like he can't reach it or see it. That is very good analysis. That is very true. Count is 2-2. Pagan sets on the 2-2 pitch. Kicks and deals. That is in the dirt, ball three. That was a slider that got away from him. Or maybe he was just trying to get him to fish. I don't know. Looked kind of wonky there on the whenever he was on the follow through there. 3-2. Pagan sets and fires. That is way outside, ball four. So a leadoff walk for the Pirates. So we have some life, and that will bring up Andrew McCutchen. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. Looks like there's actually going to be a mound visit, so I don't know if they're... And Cruz is still ticked off. Look at his face. Well, I have to look. I mean, I'm looking. You guys don't have to. He is angry. But he is on, of course, at first. McCutchen again batting .247, OPS of 715, 11 homers, and 39 RBIs on the season. Cruz likes to pull the ball and hit the... Yes, he does. He does indeed. Again, McCutchen 0 for 2 with a walk. He'll be at the plate. Nobody out here in the bottom of the ninth. Pagan walks Cruz. Pagan sets. Kicks and deals. That is going to be outside for ball one. needs to be McClutchin. Andrew McCutchen. Can he be clutching? We shall see. 1-0. Pagan sets. And delivers. That's in there for a called strike. 87. Off-speed pitch on the inside corner. 1-1. Pagan looks over at first. Rocks, sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hit to left. Just got under it, as there is Lux, who makes the catch. No, that's Fraley. I'm sorry. Fraley replacing Lux in left. So that is a huge out, number one. Just missed it. And that will bring up Nick Gonzalez. He is 1 for 3 on the day. Batting .278. Liberty, how's it going? Oh, you're very welcome. I don't know. Well, you're thanking me for what? I thank you, sir. Thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you, man. I really do. Here is the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike one. Batting .278. OPS of .729. 5 homers, 19 RBIs. 0-1 count. Runner on first. Pagan sets. He's still set. Kicks and deals. That's going to be, I guess that was inside. That looked good to me, but maybe the fact that Cruz was going, that may have messed up the catcher. So 1-1 count. Pagan sets. Again, Gonzalez at the plate. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike two. 86 mile per hour breaking ball. Had Gonzalez out in front. One and two. Again, it's a pretty packed house for a team that is well out of contention. But again, there are a lot of Reds fans. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit foul. So we'll do this again at 1-2. Looks like Jack Sawinski is going to be pinch hitting for Joey Bart. Sawinski, again, he's had his struggles, but honestly, at this point, I would trust him more than Joey Bart. I am saying it right now. I don't want to see Bart in 2026. Let's just say that. Pagan sets. And we got a pickoff attempt, and he is back. Safe and sound. Keeping an eye on Cruz. Again, Cruz has had pretty nice leads over there, but they have yet to throw over. Just keeping them honest. Pagan sets. Kicks and deals. That is outside for ball two. 2-2 count. The battling Buccos. They came back yesterday. Can they do it today in the ninth? Pagan sets and delivers. That's going to be hit right to short. Cruz throwing back to first. He got him. Oh, my goodness. That is a double play in a brutal way for Dr. Delay to see this game end. A double play. Gonzalez with a line drive right to Dela Cruz. And Dela Cruz throws it back to first, getting Cruz in time for out number 3. That is your ball game. That is just oh my goodness. What a play by Dela Cruz. Again, he's been very good. Wasn't really good at the plate today, but defensively, that is just a tough way to go. Oh my goodness. So Dela Cruz is all smiles. The Reds get one on the Pirates. As that is your final score, 2-1. Reds, of course, over the Pirates. Pardon me. The Reds will be 61-57, and the Pirates will fall to 51-67. Again, I'll be back tomorrow for Game 4 of the series, the final game of the series. See you tomorrow. Hey, yeah, thank you very much, James, for stopping by. Denny as well. Thank you very much. Yeah, again, I'll be back tomorrow. Pittsburgh as well. Again, yeah, I know it stinks so bad. Again, I'll be back tomorrow for Game 4, the final game. So make sure to subscribe. I will be doing this game tomorrow in the afternoon. Again, it starts in the Eastern time zone at 1:35. I'll be going live, of course, 5 minutes prior at 1:30. Hopefully I see you there. If not, hey, you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. In fact, enjoy the rest of your Saturday as well. You guys all have a great night, and I will see you in the next one. For those of you that do want more action, what I will do, I have yet to do this, but I need to. I really need to. Let me go ahead. I'm going to post a link down below, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and post the link. This guy has been rating to me. He's been supporting me, so I'll go ahead and support him. This is all. I can't actually redirect you guys on purpose, but if you can, go ahead and click the link, leave a like, say, hey, Dr. DeLay sent you, and I'm sure he would appreciate it. Again, he does a great job calling the Mets games as they're doing Mets and Braves right now. Again, they're in a tight battle there, 4-3. I will, of course, see you guys later. Again, make sure if you have the time, just click the link, say Dr. DeLay sent you. I'm sure he would appreciate it. He's such a great guy. Again, he's been very supportive of the channel. But I will see you guys later. Y'all have a great night. I may see you tomorrow for Game 4. Only if you subscribe, though. Definitely subscribe so I can see you. You guys have a great night. Peace.